Now, today, in this keynote, we are going to talk a little bit about how companies handle change, how they see opportunities, and instead of shying away from them, they embrace them, how they see challenges and they adjust to them, and they use those things as motivation to move forward and to advance, and how they grab technology that is now available and change their entire way of operating. You're going to meet 5 executives, all of whom are truly courageous because they saw situations changing in their industry or in their company or in the markets or even in what's possible. And they took the risk by moving to new technology and advancing even further than I think they even imagined was possible. So with that, we'll start with one of the most transformative companies that many of us ever deal with every day, and that's Uber.
We all know Uber today for our rides, food, easier connectivity, and movement. But the company was originally founded in 2010 with a more singular focus, providing access to transportation at the touch of a button. Now, 13 years and more than 39 billion trips later, Uber is a platform that continues to solve problems around getting us closer to where we want to be, changing how people, food, and things move through cities, opening the world to new possibilities, all still at the touch of a button. Now, please welcome Dara Khosrowshahi, CEO of Uber.
Thank you, Dara. Thank you. Can you imagine? I mean, you've been CEO for
6 years now.
6 years, and look at the changes you've made. So 2024, describe the Uber of today.
Well, the Uber of today now, we have undergone an incredible transformation since I joined, which is great. It's been team sport, so thanks to everyone at Uber who has been a part of that transformation. But really, as we look forward now to 2024, it's all about growth for us. We operate at pretty enormous scale. We complete about 2 billion trips a quarter. So 2 billion rides to work or delivery of food or grocery, et cetera. And to keep growing at the 20+% levels that we're talking about, we have to add 1.5 billion trips every single year to the platform. And that requires us to innovate and build new products, whether it's, two-wheelers in Sao Paulo or three-wheeler Ubers in New Delhi, or an Uber bus service that we're creating. You can get 20, 30 people in a single bus, reduce congestion, et cetera. It's a service that we're building in Egypt. Or grocery delivery in Santiago. All of it is new innovation and new products that we're building. Or now you can use your Uber to get taxis in New York and Rome and Paris as well. All of the growth requires incredible innovation. It means building out new products and keeping that entrepreneurial mindset as we get from 23 to 24.
So all that changed since 2010. I mean, what were the key decisions that were made and what led you there?
Well, in 2010, and even when I joined the company, Uber was all about rides, right? Push a button, get a ride. We were essentially a transportation company. And for us, we decided to use the same technology ecosystem, the pricing systems that we had, the matching, the mapping, to extend transportation of people, also to transportation of food and things, right? Uber Eats, when I joined about 6 years ago, was an idea. It was about 5% of the business. But now that part of the business, which is the transportation of things, is a $50 billion business, all built organically. Our Uber Eats business is just as big as our Uber Rides business. It has been an incredible transformation in terms of the company. While COVID decimated our mobility business, the delivery business grew at unprecedented rates. And now we are really the go-get company. Anywhere you want to go, anything you want to get, we want to be that operating system for your everyday life. Push a button, and then good things come to you.
I mean, what an incredible transformation. And I just wonder, I think many of the folks out here, they don't know that you sometimes get behind the car and drive around San Francisco and deliver and pick up. Tell me a little bit about what you learned when you were actually in the business on the front line. What'd you learn?
Well, I think you know, Safra, that in order to really understand a business, you've got to put yourself in the shoes of your customer, right? And anyone who comes to work at Uber comes to work because of the impact that our product is having every day, and they use our product, obviously for going places and getting food. But what we saw is not as many of our customers use their product from a driver's perspective, right? And we've got 6 million earners on our platform now, and they are very much the customer as well. So we've been encouraging employees, including myself, to drive and to deliver. So if any of you are in San Francisco and you get a Tesla Model Y, it might be me. Please give me 5 stars. You know, I want to keep my 5-star rating.
He is a 5-star driver, by the way. 5 stars.
And for me, it's been a great experience because I think you take your driver for granted, right? And when you're driving in a city, you're going through unfamiliar areas, you know, to make sure that the rider is having the right experience, to accept the right trips, et cetera, you really get an appreciation for what it takes to be behind the wheels. And that appreciation is incredibly important when you're building product for drivers. Our roots have always been B2C, right? Business to consumer, we are a first-class consumer product. But when you look at the product that we're building for drivers, it really looks more like an enterprise product. It looks like a B2B product. Every one of these drivers, they're their own small businesses. They run their own P&Ls, and the systems that you have to build have to be there predictably and do what these drivers expect, and then hopefully more.
And that's the kind of resilience that you really need when you are really the platform for their business.
Yes.
And it's really high standards. Consumers, I think every once in a while, they kind of understand, but for a business, a lot of folks are involved. Now, you've had another very, very big change recently because the market's changed, and then everybody all of a sudden loved growth. We all love growth, but then started to talk about operating income and profit and all those kinds of things. Well, you just had your first quarter of GAAP operating income while still explosive engagement and changing the business, all doing it simultaneously. So share a little bit about how you did this modernization of your infrastructure while also, well, I'd say doing more, spending less. Many of you have heard me say before. And how'd you do it?
100%. So the words Uber and GAAP operating profit, they haven't belonged together historically, but they will in the future. The demands of the market are different now. And for us, really, balancing this growth and profitability has honestly been a skill that has been a learned skill for us as an enterprise. And some of these newer innovative products that we talked about, you know, if we build out two-wheelers, for example, in Brazil alone, our two-wheelers would represent the 6 largest countries in which we operate. It's the Uber Moto product has grown faster than we could have ever expected. And with some of these newer products, it's impossible to predict how quickly they're going to scale, how quickly they're going to grow. So being able to modernize our backend and ecosystem and work with Oracle Cloud, for example, has allowed us to be able to scale these products in a way that we could have never before, without going through all of the, trying to forecast what growth is. Essentially, Oracle Cloud is growing with us, right? And when we look at our growth this year and going to next year, 100% of our growth in compute is going to come on the Oracle Cloud. And that allows you to scale the right way, make sure that your unit economics stay predictable, stay exactly where you want to as you grow. And as a result, Oracle has been a big, big part of our transformation to grow, but to grow profitably as well.
Means a lot to me. As I mentioned to you earlier, for me, every time I see an Uber go by, I think to myself, we're a little bit of that. And makes me just so incredibly, incredibly proud. And listen, what you really basically did is take advantage of the economies of scale of the cloud, where you benefit not only from your own scale, but from the scale of really many of you in this room and our entire global network. And then when you need it, it's there. When you need less, you don't have to pay for it. I mean, that level of elasticity and economy of scale, you really can't beat that. You can never beat that alone.
Especially during uncertain times.
That's for sure, especially during those. Well, there's another piece that I particularly wanted you up here because I wanted to make sure that many of you out here know about this capability, because we partner with Uber in connecting our retail point of sale system directly to the platform, to the Uber driver platform. And I think it's very important because many of you are really struggling with some very giant competitors, and you need to benefit from the economies of scale, really, of getting products to your customers cost effectively. So maybe you could share a little bit of both the vision and what's going on.
Absolutely. So one of the businesses that we're the most excited about is Uber Direct. And essentially what we've taken is, Uber is powered by this incredible logistics ecosystem. It's 6 million drivers who are carrying people and then taking food and or groceries, et cetera. We have taken that logistics ecosystem, separated from our mainline stack, and we're providing it to retailers all over the world. And it allows the corner retailer to out-Amazon Amazon and not just offer next day delivery, but it's same day on-demand delivery, which is incredibly exciting to me. 3,500 brands already use Uber Direct. Apple, for example, if you order an iPhone, you can get it delivered that same day. We want that same delight to come to every single local retailer. And what's incredibly excited about this initiative is the local retailer who's powered by Oracle retail systems now can plug into Uber Direct to offer on-demand delivery and even on-demand returns. If something doesn't work out, we can have a courier come and pick up your returns, take it back to the store. All of it is powered through Oracle technology and Uber technology and logistics. It's one of our most exciting new initiatives.
It's so exciting for us because we grow with you. And so what we've covered, growing in uncertain times, profitably, and expanding into all new markets using technology. I mean, how exciting is this? For all of you, Uber Direct is being highlighted in the hub because I know many of you are really trying to solve exactly these problems, and I'm so thrilled to be partnering with you. Thank you. Thank you for working with us. My technical teams love your teams, and I feel like sometimes, and I got this from one of your folks one time, they can't tell where we end and you start.
Right. Exactly right.
That is a real, that's the joy for us, so thank you.
Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you.